Let's get in. Come on, let's have a look. Oh, nice, flaky, crispy pastry. Oh, look in there. Woo, that's hot. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are making beef and mushroom hand pies. Okay, we've got some minced beef and I've already sliced some mushrooms to make it quicker. I've got onion, I've got garlic, tomato paste, a little bit of beef broth, salt, pepper, Worcester sauce, pinch of thyme and some paprika. Let's crack on. Okay, in our pan a little bit of oil, not much. We want a flame on and we're going to chuck our meat in there. Start the meat off, then we're going to add the onions, garlic, mushrooms, bring it all together, cool it down, make the hand pies. Quick recipe today, we are using ready-made pastry. I've already ready-made it, but you know, you use ready-made. Just buy it from the store. Beef in there, start breaking it up, start cooking. Brown up your meat, cook it down. We want to season that as we're going along, so in there with some salt and in there with some pepper. Fabulous. So just break up your meat in there and cook it off. A little bit of colour advantage. Going in there with a pinch of dried thyme. That can rehydrate in there with the meat. Flavour all that meat. Fabulous. In there, onions. Little cooking, little softening on the onions. Take the rawness out and then we're going to be chucking in our garlic. And look at the water that's coming out of this meat. We're going to cook that off. When you've got the majority of water cooked out of there, we want to be going in with just a little, not too much, butter. Let the butter melt in there. In with our garlic. Let's cook that rawness out of that garlic. In with our mushrooms. Start to cook it in. Cook down your mushrooms a little bit. Let's have the moisture out of those as well. Okay, we want about half a teaspoon of paprika in there. We're going in with a splash of Worcester. Let's have that in. Oh, you can smell that wonderful flavour there already. Now what we're trying to do is cook this quite dry. We don't want too much fluid in here because it's going in hand pies. I go in there with a tablespoon of tomato puree or tomato paste. Now bring that tomato paste in there and start cooking it. You know, the tomato paste is a little bit sour with the tomatoes, so it has to be cooked. And beef broth today is just some beef bouillon powder, and we have to keep it thick. We don't want to be chucking lots of gravy in here. We want a nice level of moisture inside the hand pies but without it being too soggy so the pastry can't handle it. Now this type of recipe is open to anything really. Diced carrots, chuck in some peas, some celery, whatever you like. We're just doing the beef and mushroom. Okay, when you've cooked the moisture out of the mushrooms a little bit, we want to be adding our beef stock, our gravy granules in there, and we need to cook this dry. So get it in with all your meat mixture and give it a little bit of a cooking to thicken it up. And we want it a little bit thicker. We don't want gravy, we want a very moist meat and mushroom mixture. I think that's about got it. That looks moist enough to me without it being too wet. Off with the flame. So all we're going to do now is let that cool down a little minute. We cannot put that in the pastry at this temperature. It has to cool down. A little bit of flour on there. This is about a 6-inch cutter. I'm going to take our pastry. I want to start rolling. So we're just going to cut them out like that because we're making hand pies. That means we're going to put the filling in there and roll them over. So we need to be stacking these on there. So we got 2 there. Let's just carry on. What about 6 or 8, I reckon. We're going to take our pastry. We can take a couple on here, look. So we can move it along. There's a bit of beef and mushroom on every one. So take your pastry and bring that up there like that, crimp it together and then come down to the end and then bring those ends in. Come down to the end, squash it, bring those ends in, and then we have our hand pie. And we're going to, in fact I'll do it now, we're going to crimp it with a fork. Like that, and then we're going to bob it on our tray, and then we're going to egg wash. So again, we're going to bring that up like that, crimp it, crimp the ends, come in there like that. Now what is that doing? It's making it easier for us. The filling is sitting inside without going anywhere. If you try and roll over the pie filling and then start crimping round, it's going to come out. Okay, there we have our wonderful hand pies. Well, we're just going to give these a little egg washing over there to give them that little bit of a golden edge. In the oven, a preheated oven, 200 degrees, 400 for about 20-25 minutes, somewhere around about there. Now you can bake these pies like this, not a problem, they're so small, but we're just going to put a couple little vent holes in the top. That's just going to vent it off. in the oven about 20-25 minutes. There we have it. That is a beautiful, beautiful beef and mushroom hand pies. Look at those. Okay, we're just going to have to let them settle for about 5 or 6 minutes, and we're going to take them off there and stick them on a rack, and then we're going to give one a go. Come on, you know we're not going to wait. We're going to have that one. Let's get in. Come on, let's have a look. Oh, nice, flaky, crispy pastry. Oh, look in there. Look in there. Woo, that's hot. That is fantastic. Look at all that mushroom and mince in there. Packed properly, look. There is no air. That is fabulous. Come on, we need to give it a taste. Come on, it's a little bit warm, but we've got to go for it. I mean, look at this. Perfectly cooked pastry. It's packed to the ginnels with that mince and mushroom. It's absolutely red hot. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Oh my word. Oh my word. That is fantastic. What a flavour. A lot of danger here. You can't just eat one. They're amazing. Well, there you go. That is our beef and mushroom hand pies made. Absolutely delicious. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them all about the beef and mushroom hand pies. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. Oh, that is hot.